you guys can tell when there's pressure on the offense, when you guys are struggling. It's the current landscape of baseball. There's more social media online. You hear what people say when things aren't going well. And for you being one of the top offensive contributors, when you guys are struggling, what is that pressure like to deal with? And then finally breaking through the slump when, maybe it's been a rough road trip, it's been a rough week, but then you come back and everything starts to come together. Do you really acknowledge that pressure? Is it hard to ignore it, or where do you stand with that?
Yeah, I think there's naturally pressure in the major leagues just because of every game means so much. But I can speak from that personally. I mean, my April was about as bad as it gets, and I was able to climb out of that hole and end up with a pretty productive year. But you look at it on the whole, and it's like, man, if I could have just done something in April, what could that have meant
Yeah.
more for the team? How many more wins could that have been? Um, so yeah, I just don't think you should run from the pressure. I don't think you should pretend like it's not a thing. It is a thing. The results matter. Like it, and I think, and I know that this is a different opinion than some guys have. And like I said, like I think different opinions are great, but I'm just of the mindset of like, yeah, man, like the results do matter.
Yeah.
It is a process based game, but it's a results based business, and that's how it is. Sometimes you're gonna crush a ball and you're gonna be out, and sometimes you're gonna hit a ball awful and it's gonna be a hit, and you just got to create those opportunities. And I know that the game did shift there for a little bit, where it was more three true outcomey, but it's not anymore. It's speed,
Yep.
being dynamic. That's back in a big way now, and we're built on that. So it's for me, it's lean into what you do well, which for us sometimes that's going to lead into us a pitcher throwing 75 pitches over 7 innings and having a good night because he struck out two and it was just one of those nights. It's also going to lead into some days where you score 10 in the first because you're rolling. So I think there's a mix of everything. You want to have a good mix of your lineup. You want to have guys that are aggressive. You want to have guys that are passive. You want to have guys that don't chase. You want to have guys that walk. You want to have guys that steal bases. Like, yeah, in a perfect lineup, your lineup is full of bobbies. That's not a. But if your lineup was full of bobbies, somebody would still critique it, saying he doesn't
Absolutely.
walk enough for something like that, right? So you can't do everything perfect, and you just have to go with what you got. You rely on the front office to bring in the right groups of guys, and our job in the clubhouse is to make that group work. So how Jack is going to hit is different than how I'm going to hit, even though we're both big lefties. We're different hitters. That's great. You should have that. Sal's going to hit different than Michael hits. They're very different. That's good. To show pitchers different looks, it's the same way you want a bullpen to have different arm slots. You want to show different looks all the time. Um, and I just am really excited because I think we have a great group of different styles of people and hitters, and I think it's gonna be awesome.